Welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are jumping into QuickBooks Online. And really the goal today is just to share what we like about QuickBooks Online, why it's the platform that we support exclusively in this office, what the disadvantages are, and just a few overview kinds of things to look out for in your file, things you'll want to know whether you currently have a business or you're thinking of starting one and are curious about what bookkeeping will look like. Before I get too far, just know that this is a test file. It's a sample file. This is not a client's real data, just to be clear. So first, why QuickBooks Online? In our experience, this is still the most user-friendly platform for consumers, for business owners to manage their businesses, particularly because it has a mobile app which allows you to do some of your bookkeeping on the go. It allows you to take pictures of receipts, to track your mileage. It does quite a lot for you. Pretty straightforward. We also like that it is collaborative in that you can be handling part of your books and we can be overseeing and doing planning and projections and review for you without having to do all of your bookkeeping for you and having to charge you for that. So we find that helpful. Some of the downsides, Intuit is a huge company. They raise prices every year. They change the menus around. They try to integrate too much. They try to sell you their other services. But really the good outweighs the bad in our opinion. So we're going to stick with QuickBooks Online, and here's just a quick overview of some things that you might want to know. So in QuickBooks Online, we always recommend starting at the business overview page. It looks like that getting things done page is getting more friendly, but generally everything that you want to know jumping into your file is on the business overview screen. At this point, it's giving kind of an idea of what the cash flow is forecasting for the business, but most important for your day-to-day operations is the bank account feed and your profit and loss information. So QuickBooks connects to each of your business bank accounts, credit cards, any financial account that you have a login for, whether it's a loan, credit card, bank account, all of those should be linked in QuickBooks. QuickBooks will then download all of those transactions from those institutions for you every day, and your responsibility is to go through and categorize those transactions. It does try to learn, so if you tell it that Staples is office supplies, the next time that it sees Staples come up in the bank memo, it will try to categorize it as office supplies for you. Let's jump into the bank feed and take a look at what that looks like. So in this case, they have several accounts. The checking account has 25 uncategorized transactions so far. It says that the register in QuickBooks says that there's $1,201 in the account. These transactions aren't in that balance yet, but that the bank says they're overdrawn. That's never a situation you want to be in. The difference between those two should just be these transactions that haven't been categorized. So each of these transactions, again, just needs a category. Some of these are categorized right now as uncategorized income, uncategorized expense. If you just click one, it will open up a box for you to choose what the correct category is. It also tries to match transactions, so if something has already been entered, it will find it in the register and match and say, okay, this is that transaction you've already entered. All you have to do is click match. So quick and easy if everything's in there already. If you have created invoices and to charge a customer within QuickBooks and that payment comes in and it matches, it will try to match that this deposit was for this particular customer. So you just go through, make sure they're categorized, make sure they're matched correctly, and click match for all of them or click add as appropriate. That's your only homework on a day-to-day basis, and that's what gets you the core of your profit and loss. There are many more things that you can do with QuickBooks. You can invoice your customers, accept payments, you can pay bills, you can do a lot. But at its core, the base level of what we need everybody doing for tax planning is just this. Just make sure these are all categorized, all the expenses are accounted for. Remember that anything that you pay for that will benefit your business, the business should pay for. So anytime you use that business debit card, business credit card, it's going to show up in this bank feed. It's going to be in your financials. It's going to be deducted on your tax return, assuming it's a valid deduction. So the other piece that's related to that is your profit and loss. And the easiest way to get there is from this business overview where we started. When you click the profit and loss box, it will show you all of the detail. And the main thing that I'd like you to know today is just that you can change these dates. So right now it's showing January through today. You could have it be this year, last quarter, and you can display the columns by different periods. So if we're looking at 6 months worth of data and we want to see each month side by side, we can tell it that that's what we want to see and click run. And now it's showing us. So we can see January through June side by side. We can see that there was no data in January. Maybe this company started in February. There is no data in June, so they haven't done their homework yet of accepting those transactions. You can see where the income was coming from in the way that they've broken down their income categories. And you can see where the money has gone, what all the expenses have been, and how much is left over. In this case, there's a miscellaneous category. As an accounting firm, we go through and review those and help you clean those up. If there's ever anything that you don't know what to do with, there's generally an Ask My Accountant category that you can use for that. So those are the most important things that I wanted you to know for today. Just how to get transactions in, how to get reports. We can always work from there and refine them and make sure that your categories are what you want them to be. You can always create new categories, but definitely ask if you have questions. We'll do future videos on invoicing and some of those other things, but definitely let me know if there are some things in particular that you're interested in digging a little deeper into and exploring, and I'm happy to do that. Enjoy the rest of your day, subscribe, and have a great week. Bye.